Hey everybody, how you doing? John, aka Xenophanes5 here to get things rolling for our latest episode. If you're keeping up, as you should be, we just got done with an amazing starship battle against Barazod over the region of Madeline's landing on Nacondas. I want to give kudos to my crew for a job well done and stamping out intolerance when given the opportunity. Considering how easy it appeared for the Aslanti to annex the colony, one would think there might be some sort of enforcement to prevent such incursions. Well, in fact there is. It's possible that Abadar Corp didn't sign off on sending a contingent of troops, or were in few enough numbers they couldn't form an effective counter to an invasion. The likeliest enforcement that Abadar Corp and the Pact Worlds in general would contract would be the stewards, and that's actually what I'm here to talk about today. Starting off, if you're not familiar with them, the stewards are interplanetary peacekeepers who uphold the policies of the Absalom Pact, which was formed in response to the Veskarium aggression in the Galarian system, aka the Pact World system. The stewards are responsible for policing space lanes, acting as advisors and mediators in disputes, and ending emergent military conflicts with overwhelming devastation when diplomacy fails. This brings the question of their philosophy. While, yes, they are of course authoritative, but they are firmly fixed to a diplomacy-first philosophy. In the core rulebook, they are often referred to as elite warrior diplomats. With this pursuit and resolution through soft power, you can expect your typical steward to utilize equipment that complements this philosophy, such as compliance rays, dazzlers, and stun staves. Rewinding a little bit, you might not realize, but the stewards even predate the signing of the Absalom Pact. In fact, they were formed a millennia ago on the planet Verces, home of the Verthani, with the role of protecting the Ring of Nations, their equatorial civilization. Due to the mysterious nature of the gap, it's unclear what event led to the creation of the stewards. Now, fast forward to the signing of the Absalom Pact, all parties agreed the governmental system to be established would be inspired by Verces, their governing structure, and even adopting the stewards as the Pact World's interplanetary law enforcement. Since then, the stewards have relocated their headquarters to Absalom Station as befit their higher calling. Their headquarters, known as Bastion, is an absolute fortress capable of resisting a siege. This structure, located in the eye of Absalom Station, is a combination military training facility and ambassadorial school. Here, new stewards, or neophytes, begin their training, which includes conflict resolution techniques, combat techniques, and techniques that combine the two approaches. Those weak in combat focus more on combat training, whereas those weak in diplomacy focus more on diplomatic training. In addition to these techniques, they also undergo rigorous studies in various planetary legal codes and keep up to date on cultural mores. Through their progression, they reach a point where they can join one of three branches: the Constabulary, which are the local policing forces, the Overwatch, which is the steward's fleet for starship combat, and if anyone has any unusual or notable skills, they may be assigned to the Ops Division, which undertake covert operations. The current head of stewards is Director General Lynn Camulan, a male Karasha Lashunta soldier. His primary responsibilities include keeping up to date with the training, troop movements, and the actions of officers through the eyes of decorated veterans appointed to a seat within the conclave of legates. Alongside these duties, he's also tasked with advising council members of the Directorate, a body of 5 elected delegates, and is considered the 6th member to resolve contentious issues that would otherwise leave the Directorates in a legislative deadlock. To bring this to a close, a point that I'd like to praise Paizo on is the Steward Officer archetype, found in the Pact World's rulebook. This allows players to focus on very specific character concepts when the choices of class and theme alone don't quite match up to their visions. While any class is acceptable for this archetype, the majority of steward officers are envoys with combat training or soldiers with diplomatic training, though Solarians also make terrific steward officers. For more, check out Paizo's Starfinder core rulebook and Pact World rulebook. Now, with that out of the way, let's get going with episode 19, All's Weldy That Ends Well.
What's going on, y'all? How we doing this week?
Hey. Hello.
What it is?
Just hot.
Yes.
Still hot?
Yeah.
Still hot?
It's still hot.
It's still
Did
hot.
you not
It
guys
is-
know that it is summer?
Yeah, we've been talking about, as Southerners do, we've been talking about how hot it is today.
Boy, I tell
It's
you what,
basically-
the weather.
The
like
weather
the
or
first-
your mom and them.
Weather.
That's what you're talking about.
Your mom and them.
Yeah.
How you mama and them?
How you mama doing?
Tell them I said hey.
Tell them I said, hey now.
Them tomatoes were good.
Bless your little heart.
We got a whole mess of cucumbers. You just tell her if she wants some, okay?
Stop it. Emily, I love you to death, but dear Lord, stop.
I mean,
But,
know,
I mean,
she
like, where's
is
the lie?
Yeah,
Where's the
like,
lie? That's
Emma
what
she
I'm
Wrong,
is
though.
about. She is like heading up. What is it? A pickle fest?
Yeah, it's fun. Oh shit, that wasn't even a Pickle Fest plug. That's literally somebody told me that the other day.
I'll plug your pickle for you.
Wow.
Oh, man.
But
Oh, man.
you know what, Adam? Take an inspiration.
You know what? Look, I'm too good for all of you. I quit.
We'll
Whenever
see.
we're done, just wake me up inside, all right?
Can't wake up. Can't wake up, John.
Save me.
You
All right.
guys
That's
can all
Nightwish,
suck
right?
the biggest,
Amy Lee and
hairiest,
Nightwish.
veiniest cucumber.
Pickle.
Oh, my God.
Heard.
Yeah.
Quick
What-
PSA,
what other-
if your cucumbers are veiny and hairy, don't
gonna
eat
be
them.
so confused as to what is even happening.
So Em, you ought to actually say what Pickle Fest is for those listening.
In my
Yeah,
day
we-
job, I plan events for a museum in Jackson, and we are having the first ever Mississippi Pickle Festival. It's really cool, and that's what I do, and I talk about it a lot because it's exciting because I like pickles.
Well, you know what's surprising to me, Emily?
Yes.
Is that it's Mississippi's first pickle fest.
Yeah.
That's surprising that this is the first time.
Yeah, I
However,
figured it would've
not
been
surprising. Do you know how we came up with it?
No?
Through a joke.
That is not surprising.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, we spared all of our listeners of the gambit of pickle puns.
There were so many.
Oh,
so sorry.
there's still time, and you know it's gonna fucking happen.
So
it's
one,
gonna
well,
fucking
one of
happen,
the things
dude.
I was thinking is we could like put out a bonus track of like some of all of our favorite jokes, and that would be great. People would love that.
Yeah,
Would they,
you know,
though?
I know that I've been
Would
getting
they really?
emails. I've been getting emails every day saying, "Hey, I feel like you're leaving some of Emily's jokes on the cutting room floor, and we'll start a Patreon, but we need those jokes, you know."
They'll
They
start a
want to give you the
Patreon.
money. There's just no avenue.
It's just what
They'll
happened.
start a Patreon for that when we don't even have one for the actual podcast.
I mean, it's just it's
Emily's Jokes Podcast.
This is what this is
patreon.com
actually turning
Yes.
out to be.
/ bad
actually.
pickle jokes.
It's our first Patreon goal.
yeah.
We
Hashtag
thought we were going to be a
pickle puns.
TTRPG, but it's really just pickle chat,
It's
y'all.
we're pivoting
chat.
again.
We're pivoting
Yeah.
again.
We're pivoting again.
Yeah.
Pick a
I
pickle.
hope you enjoy the next hour of
Pickle time.
Pickle
time.
talk.
Yeah.
Well,
So
No. We're done with pickle talk.
So Southern Tomfoolery Pickle Place?
Adam, you're always like shutting down the good
well,
ideas.
Adam
man.
is just
Sorry.
getting briny, okay?
I hate all of you. So
You know, I love you all. And Adam, please continue. You look like you were going somewhere fun.
Oh no! I was just gonna remind you guys of what badasses you were at the end of this book. We finished
yes.
book one.
Do go on. Then.
of our first Starfinder campaign, and I thought there was a pretty good climax there between the fight with the lieutenant and then the ship battle, which you guys have gotten a lot better at ship battle than you were on episode 2,
Yeah.
which all of us were terrible at it. I didn't get any better, but you guys got way better at it. And you crushed that encounter, I thought.
We
You know,
exploded that encounter.
You did, and there's actually some consequences about that, but we'll save that. Let's talk
my
about.
Gosh, really? Okay.
Let's talk. Let's talk
Things
about how
get
awesome
worse?
you guys were. I mean,
Starship
What did
debris
you-
doesn't just disappear.
right? But and I don't want to get too much into it because we'll really go in depth on this when we do our Tom Talks episode. That's actually going to release this week on Wednesday. But what did you guys, just real quickly, what did you guys think about book 1?
I thought it was pretty great overall. I mean, having the kind of a free-form way of going about doing things, but it was still directed enough. And I mean, first time playing Starfinder, first adventure path any of us have played for this game, and I'm genuinely impressed. Not to compare it to, I mean, the only thing I really can compare it to is any D&D campaigns that I've been a part of, but I mean, I love it.
I don't think that it should open with starship combat.
That's fair.
Other than that, I think it was great. But I mean, honestly, I'm like, this is like a serious critique. If anybody at Paizo is listening, what were you thinking opening with starship combat? Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And as I said, I don't want to give too much away, but I just, we made it through our first benchmark. But we have some things to wrap up before we really get into book 2 proper. Right. And so you guys need to land your ship. But when you blew up the Bearazad, or rather when it self-destructed, you disabled it, but then it self-destructed. And pieces of it flew down to the ground. I think I might have mentioned that. Mm-hmm. But what I didn't mention is that a few pieces seemed to fall down over Madeline's Landing.
Oh.
Who did we kill?
Yeah, you did neglect.
Yeah.
That.
That's what I want to know.
Well,
Who
so I assume you're going to take yourselves.
Falling?
Yeah, I guess we'll pick up right there where you were. It self-destructed, and you're seeing it fall to the ground, like a couple chunks that could do some damage.
Now, were we over the settlement, or were we I thought we were in the mountains at the time, sort of.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll say the explosion.
Yeah,
so it's just gonna be some of the smaller.
I mean, I'm just trying
parts.
to argue my way out of us having caused collateral damage to the village.
Well, we're the heroes. There's no collateral.
Blame the gunners, right?
So to actually,
it wasn't me.
To actually do some RP, Mike, I think immediately seeing that would kind of turn to Phil and be like, "Can you track where those are going to land?"
I mean, I can't, but hey, Zeno, why don't you track those?
So yeah, Zeno's going to get up out of the gunner chair at that point, and he's going to run back over to the science officer chair. And at that point,
I have to do this from my chair.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Look. He's going to have
the
a chair.
Chair matters. Okay,
you gotta get that computer.
No, it's just be a console, a la Star Trek. But anyway, as far as that, do I need to roll any kind of check, or how do we do this, GM?
Let's just roll a computers check.
Okay. And that is going to be from the Starship sheet?
You can roll it from your sheet.
Okay. All right. Give me just 1 second. Just got to locate it.
You can also use your computer to give it a +1 bonus if you'd like to.
Well, just add +1 to that then.
Yeah. What is that?
That is a 29.
So it's
So
a
it's
30.
30 total.
It is a 30.
All right. So you have a bead on it, and most of the chunks are going to miss Madeline's Landing. You notice that the transponder of the Bearazad kind of is going to land probably, based on its trajectory, is going to land maybe a mile outside the colony. There is just a piece of shrapnel heading towards Madeline's Landing, kind of heading right towards, it looks like it's going to hit the very center of the colony. But it doesn't look, it's not like a huge comet that would wipe out the whole comet. It's probably the size of I don't know.
Enough to crush a house, pretty much.
Enough to crush
that'd be a
the
comet.
Aslanti garrison, because that would be,
center.
fine.
Yeah, like about Aslanti
cool with
Garrison crushing size.
Okay.
That's fucking humongous.
That's fairly big.
Nailed it.
And with that 30, you see that it is going and directly to that. It's going to hit the garrison.
Hell yeah.
I meant to do that.
Yeah. Problem solved, right?
So, but it's still, that impact could still cause some collateral damage to you.
Well,
I don't know if you want to do any.
Yes, I do. So what I want to do is I want to do a life signs scan to see if there's been any kind of effect.
So you don't have time for that if you're wanting to communicate.
Well,
like it's
Zeno
like going.
wants to pop on the communications and call down to Madeline's Landing.
Opening
tell them to
frequencies.
scatter.
Y'all get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
Mike, can you take a shot at it?
Can I?
I mean, I don't know that would do.
Yeah, no, I think let's let Ziva
Zeno,
do her.
Yeah.
open communications frequencies to the landing.
Hailing frequencies open.
All people move out of the way. There is shrapnel incoming. Again, move out of the way. There is shrapnel incoming.
Okay, yeah, and you hear Madeline come back. Right. Oh, thank you. We'll get everybody out the way. And he signs off quickly, and you probably saved everybody. I'm gonna say probably. But other pieces kind of are scattering. The main of it goes down into the mountains, but some of the stuff got blasted pretty far. And also with that check, you see that their Aeon torpedo launcher, is going to be intact.
Oh, baby.
If you want to scuttle that.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go? Is it still?
It's kind of falling down into the mountains.
Okay. Anything else of note that we?
The transponder, and that looked to be the only thing that are recoverable.
Okay.
Can we go? We could get the computer. Yeah. Go ahead.
Can we collect those before we go back to Madeline's Landing?
Yeah. So you guys kind of zoom down into the mountains, and I assume Mike, you kind of step out there. And kind of drag it onto the ship, this giant capital weapon, yeah.
The torpedo launcher? Yeah. Sure, yeah.
He's like, anybody got any duct tape?
Yeah. Hey, don't make my lines for me.
Zeno's lifting the lighter side, so it's just like really just like...
Yeah, like the chunky base end I've got dragging, and he's got like the barrel, like the end of the barrel.
Yeah. Barely even lifting. Awesome. You've got it. You're doing great.
You're doing great.
I know that.
All right, so we can just say we've collected both of those items?
Yes.
Or do we need to RP that?
No. You collect them, and then you land back in Madeline's Landing. Well, just outside, right? But closer than you were when you first landed here. Just kind of... close enough that like it's not a 4-mile hike, you know what I mean? Like pretty close. And so then you guys walk into Madeline's Landing, and of course everybody greets you with the hero's welcome. Everybody's, it's not so cheesy as everybody standing on the streets cheering for you, but like the people that are outside, they seem to be like cleaning up their domiciles for the first time, like putting fresh flowers out. They're free from this occupation that they've been under for the last 2 weeks or however long it's been. What do y'all want to do?
I mean, the celebrity that I am, everyone who notices us and gives us a welcome, I'm just being the diplomat and waving and giving people the finger guns.
I feel like you should do like the two-handed, like buck champions, fist shake,
clasped fist shaking.
He always does this. Just let him be.
I'm glad we have something to celebrate. Can we just look in on the damage at the garrison real quick?
Yeah. So as you get to the center of town and you see Madeline and Corsica and Abretta and some others all kind of starting to pick apart some of the damage, right? They're making sure nobody got hurt. You don't see anybody in a panic, but they're kind of starting to pick through it just to make sure that there was nobody in there. So that's what you see them doing.
We'll go up and kind of talk real quick with Madeline and say, did everyone get out of the way? Is everything all right?
Oh, hi. he says, "Oh hi."
Hello.
No. He says, "It doesn't look like anybody's been injured in this very serendipitous crash landing of the piece of the ship. But we are doing our due diligence just to make sure, and we want to clear this space because this is technically where you were supposed to land." But it has been occupied by this foul structure and now a piece of this ship for too long. So we are anxious to start cleaning up and rebuilding.
Indeed.
If like while she's talking to Madeline, like if Mike sees anybody like trying to pick up heavy stuff or moving scrap around or whatever, he's just trying to help.
Okay, these guys start helping. Let's roll a couple engineering checks for anybody who wants to help.
For sure.
Fell lights a cigarette and then goes to help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like bum and I'd like bum your lighter and
You got an APA lighter, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got your fancy lighter.
Yeah.
Warren leans over to Fell and says, "You know that's gonna kill you, right?"
Look, after today, I don't give a shit.
I've been telling you for a while, man.
Yeah, well, you know.
Does the engineering have to be a rank? Like
No.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
That's a net 20 on that
look at these
engineering
Wow.
check.
So what are the rolls?
Yeah.
Holy
Well, I think
cow.
we'll start with Mike, who critted that roll with a 26.
Yes, indeed. Zeno
25.
and Fel
24.
and Ziva
11.
11.
You gave it your best shot. You gave it your best shot.
She stumps her toe a little.
You can hold the flashlight.
I can hold the flashlight. I like that.
Yeah, I suppose it would be kind of dusk at this point, right? Getting close to evening by the time all this has happened. Yeah, so say you guys put in 3 hours of work.
We bring the
There.
trikes around, load everything up, take it out.
Yeah, and obviously you don't get it all cleaned up, but you kind of at least get it contained and you get some of the bigger pieces pulled off. And, you know, Bretta wants some of the stuff taken to her workshop so she can like study it. Some of it goes to Ludvor's storage area. You know, there's still probably a good day or two's work of like really kind of breaking through and getting all this stuff cleaned up and then repatching the earth below. But you got a good start. Everybody the three of you take 200 experience points.
Nice.
Yeah.
If I would have known this was an experience-based thing, I would have like...
Don't worry, there'll be other options.
I would have been a little more helpful.
I'm a roll on it.
Exactly. That's why you didn't get the experience. That's why you
He
didn't
sat
get
there
the
mean mugging everyone for 3 hours.
Ziva tries to pick something up and like just can't do it, so she just goes over and crosses her arms and stands next to Oren.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mike notices that, and every chance he has a free hand, he starts throwing rocks at Ziva, like little rocks, and like at the last second, being like, "Heads up, heads up!" It's like your training starts today.
I think that's very helpful. This is just it's just kind of mumbling.
If you can dodge a pebble,
And he
you
throws,
can dodge a bullet.
exactly, and he throws another rock while she's grumbling.
About, you know, at the it's about 9 o'clock when Madeline finally says, "All right, I think that we've done enough for today. You lot have done more than enough. It is time for us to eat. Let us go to the temple where we have cleared out some space, and we will have a meal together."
We're like going to the Baptist church to
Yes,
Yeah.
to have
Yeah.
potluck.
Yeah.
Yes,
Potluck, yeah.
Who was the cook?
everybody.
Jellic, of course.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's all egg-based foods.
That's what he's been doing instead of helping out.
Good.
Like a
Now
mean egg casserole and quiche. Yeah.
He makes a mean egg, though, for what it's worth.
It's like all the dishes are egg based. It's like egg
so okay
casserole and like deviled eggs.
Oh, we're gonna be the stinkiest, fartiest party.
Say.
We're gonna be
enjoy the during, but hate the after.
Yeah.
The thing is, everyone in this whole colony is actually like just super gassy. Because Jellic, feeds the whole colony. It's not fog, you guys.
It's just sulfur. It's just fart cloud.
Whole settlement worth of farts.
Mystery solved.
Damn.
Gross.
That's why I couldn't see any life size.
That's canon. That's canon. The mist of Nacondas are just egg farts.
Egg farts. That's so gross. That's so gross.
I just love the idea that he can't cook anything but eggs. He's like got a plate of like fried eggs, and he just like puts some canned chili on top of them and shit.
Just depleting the ozone right over Madeline's Landing.
We've caused an environmental crisis.
Oh man!
You come to this planet, colonize it, fart up the place.
It's just part of nature, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's the circle of life.
So at the dinner, Weldy comes up to Mike. Says, "Hey, Mr. Mike. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey there, boyo.
So listen, I was thinking.
Oh look, it's Trevor. What's up, Trevor?" And he like gives Trevor a high five.
Trevor like gives you a high five, but he just kind of like does the cool guy nod. Yeah, what's up? What's up? He says, "Listen, I've been well, I'm just looking around, and everybody's had such like a real bad time, and like everybody's super bummered out, and well, I really think we should have this party, and I know, like we're all still bummed about Sedona and all that, and I'm not like, it's no disrespect, but man, this this colony needs a win, man. It needs a win, and well, you guys just like gotta come."
Weldy, look, I thought we already established that like we were gonna do the party.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that you're coming. Right?
I am definitely gonna be there.
All right, and then he goes over to you, Fel. Says, "Hey, man, look, dude." He's like kind of whispering to you, and only you can hear it. He's like, "I want to like trip everybody out, dude. Can you do that cool skin thing, man? Like,
I mean, yeah, it's
like, can you get there like early and like blend in, and then like when we cue the music, like you pop out and do a crazy like visual show?"
And you got any black lights?
Goddamn right he does.
Yeah, man, I've got them.
There's a Spencer's here.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, sweet. So it's gonna be tomorrow night, all right, dude? And like, I need you to come over at like 6. All right.
Tell you what, you got a communicator or something?
No. Well, hold on. And Zickle, did you get that thing working yet?
Zickle the pickle.
Yeah, Zickle the pickle.
That's one.
There it is.
That's one.
Pickle counter.
Yay!
Just say it's already been established that he's Zickle the pickle.
That's true. That was canon
Zickle
before.
says, I think it's working. Yeah.
Hey, let me see it real quick. And
okay. And you like,
Fel takes it and puts his personal frequency, and it's like, look, just hit me up about it tomorrow, and we'll figure something out.
Thanks, Fel. Can you show me some of the, well, never mind. And he like kind of
opens his mouth
tucks back into his shell.
Yeah, like his like little antenna, because he's like a
Sheeran.
He's an Ed Sheeran.
He's an Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And he's just like, like,
Poor baby.
And Weldy's like, don't worry, but hey, he wants you to show him like some of your like tinkering stuff. He's like real impressed with what you do, man.
Yeah, man, of course.
He kind of has ambitions, we all have dreams, even bug people.
Like I had a dream too, but here I am.
Oh.
Damn.
Just brought
That
down
was
the
a
ring.
bummer, man. Like,
Look,
Like none of that when you're like doing the show, okay? Dude?
I'm sorry. No, none of that tomorrow. It's just, look, it's been a really, really, really freaking long day.
Yeah, but you're here now, dude. And look around you. You got all these friends, man. Like, enjoy the now. Be in the now, dude.
Oh, I'm trying.
He's trying.
Like from like 10 feet away, Mike's like, "Phil, you bumming everyone out?"
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's...
Come on, Phil. You need to get some food in you. Oh, wait.
Yeah, food. How about some goddamn gruel? You got any of that?
Yeah. So
Let's go talk to Madeline about that. Maybe we can help.
Forgot about that. Damn. We're gonna have a feast, and he's gonna have gruel.
He's sitting there. No wonder Fella is so. You know what? Take an accidental hacky sack of inspiration. Because I know that you weren't thinking about that when you did it, but it is totally in line. You know, he's got all this food. It's hard for him to be happy because he's fucking starving, and all he can eat is garbage.
Adam, don't assume what I am doing and I am not doing with my role.
Oh, I assume.
To be fair, you know, if it cheers you up any, mate, like, it's all fucking eggs.
I happen to like eggs.
Yeah,
I like eggs too, but I don't want a feast of eggs.
Look, you guys gonna be feasting on some eggs. I'm gonna be having egg
we
gruel.
broke Adam. Like, right? Adam's just done.
It's too close to home, huh, Mike?
Oh, man.
I don't know, are vests hatched from eggs?
Absolutely.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yep.
Definitely.
I should know that, but I don't.
Come on, dude. You read the fucking core rulebook like I do.
Yeah,
They come
full
out of the
rules.
cloaca.
Cloaca.
Excuse me?
So anyways,
Right.
Zeno goes over and like kind of grabs Zeno's arms, like, all right, well, we're gonna go get some eggs. We enjoy eggs. And like start walking to Madeline's place.
Orin will follow. Yeah. He'll get an egg.
I'll eat a devil's egg.
Well, until
No,
39.
absolutely not a deviled egg. Fried eggs.
You're going for the fried eggs.
Going for the fried eggs. Yeah.
He's doing like his own little omelet station.
You know
like
what I'm
he's made like all the egg dishes. You know, he's put some quiches out there. He's got some flan. You know, he's got some deviled eggs. He's got scrambled eggs. And he's doing fried eggs and omelets to order.
Yeah, I'm getting really fucking
It's
hungry.
like 20 hot pans of just eggs.
You know what? We need to retcon this that it's pickles instead. Right?
Well,
Like, that would have been way better, I think.
No.
So all the eggs are garnished with little pickles.
Yes, tiny little gherkins.
Little gherkins.
I just like, I fucking, after this encounter, like, I walk over to Weldy and I'm just like, all right, so like, can I just get some alcohol? I'll feast on alcohol.
Yeah, man, definitely. Like, let me get you some frosty brews, man.
You don't have any Hobgar flakes by chance, do you?
Oh, actually, man, we're not killing hobgars anymore, and I'll show you at the party why. But like,
He's got a pet hobgar, doesn't he?
no hobgar are killing, man. And what are hobgar flakes even?
So Weldy comes back with some eggnog.
If that motherfucker comes back with eggnog, like friendship terminated, I'm gonna slap it out of his fucking hand.
please.
It's eggnog. It's not even spiked. It's just
Adam,
fucking
please, you have the power, dude.
To what?
Eggnog.
Make it eggnog?
Give Mike
my
eggnog,
God.
dude.
Traditional whiskey sour with a raw egg in it.
Oh god,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
has spiraled out of control, y'all.
What does he fucking bring me?
All right. You can get eggnog and the egg in the whiskey drink if you'd like. That's the only way that he'll serve the whiskey to you. But he does have just some regular old brews.
Okay, I was like, I'm gonna fuck his whole party up if he brings eggnog. You go back home and get that sword and bring it back to me.
No, actually, the whiskey is served with a pickleback.
See, I'm cool with that.
Y'all know what a pickleback
Yeah,
is,
I
right?
love pickles.
I know what it is. I don't think everybody listening does, though.
Yeah,
I
what are
have
the
no
listeners
idea
at
what
home
that is.
So
need to know
take,
about picklebacks?
you take a shot of, I prefer Jameson, but you chase it with a shot of pickle juice. And it sounds weird to a lot of people upon first hearing it, but pickle juice actually is really good at, it cuts away that like underbite, that like aftertaste of the whiskey, and makes it really easy and smooth to drink. I found out about them when I worked at a local bar, and I got on it for like a couple months. Every time I got off work, I was like, give me a pickleback.
Just sounds like a derogatory term.
Well, it didn't until you said that.
Bro, that's racist, bro. What are you talking about?
How you gonna do Zickle like that?
See.
Oh no.
This is your fault, John.
Oh, good lord.
You did this.
Mike like turns to Zeno. He's like, "Don't fuck this up, right? I made friends with him, boys."
All right, so you guys eat dinner and continue to enjoy pickles, eggs, whiskey, and brew. But it has been a long day, like an incredibly long day. And Fel, you eat gruel and water, and that's it.
Oh boy.
That's all he can have, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all he can have.
I mean, I can eat other stuff. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's really not a good idea.
Yeah, I forgot about that. What are we gonna just BT does? What are we gonna do about that?
I mean, as long as he sticks to the diet for a week, he'll go through his system.
Yeah. That's the cure. He has to. If he eats anything else, it starts over.
Yeah.
You know,
it hasn't even been a day. He's probably gonna say fuck it and just did. Well, we'll get to that.
Well, I just really want. I'm just wondering, is there not a medical?
No, we've already covered this.
Yeah.
We've already covered it. It's not. He's got to deal with it.
Yeah,
for
it's
a week.
Curse.
Sorry,
it's a
dude.
Curse, yeah.
I wish I had a tool in my toolkit for that.
Yeah, well,
we're a little away.
The deal is, let's do a little housekeeping before the next morning. Madeline tells you that he is going to go ahead and work on upgrading your ship. It'll take roughly 2 days. Okay? To finish that. You have Weldy's party tomorrow night. And, you know, whatever other thing, you have a day, 2 days really, to kind of spend what you might want to do wrapping up in Madeline's Landing. As I said, you recovered the light Aeon torpedo launcher, and you have a transponder from an Aslanti ship. I don't know if you guys want to have a conversation this evening before the next day. It's up to you, but I think you guys, you found out that Sedona has been gone. All you guys have connections to Sedona. You also kind of found out a lot of information, you know. I don't know if this is when you guys would like to have a group meeting, but I do think that needs to happen at some point.
I think we should. Like, I think let's go ahead and say, we're at dinner. This is still the day before.
This still
dinner is still the evening.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, why don't we just have a meeting like before the party? Like, you got to get there at 6. Like, we could have a meeting.
Oh, but what I'm saying is, do you want to have a meeting this night? After
before
dinner?
we go to sleep. Yes.
Before we go to sleep.
I think while it's all still fresh.
Yep.
Exhausted though we may be, get it all out on the table.
All right, so as you guys are walking back to Abretta's, we're going to go back to another flash.
Ooh.
And we're going on to... Yeah. Right. And
Titties pop out of nowhere.
This time, we find ourselves on Verces. We kind of zoom in through the atmosphere, zoom in further into one of the major cities, and then zoom in further into the streets. Outside of a bar that says Parquos on the top. And this looks like a real kind of hole-in-the-wall dive type bar, neon lights. And Verces is a very kind of like... what I get from it is has a very Blade Runner city type feel. Kind of dingy, noir type feel, but like cyberpunk.
Neon.
Yeah, they're known for augmentations on Verces, so there's a lot of people that are augmented, like it's kind of part of the style there. So you can imagine that all the stuff there has this sort of augmented cyberpunk look to it.
Night City, got it.
So we go in and we see Fel hunched over the bar, a couple empty glasses next to him, and a full glass of just straight liquor. What are you drinking, Fel?
He's drinking straight up bourbon.
Straight up bourbon.
And not like sipping it. He's, full 2 fingers throwing it back.
Just killing it.
Yeah.
All right. In the bar walks Sedona. She walks up, sees Fel, kind of sighs, looks at him a little, not like pity, but just with sympathy maybe. Yeah. And she walks over to him and gently puts her hand on his back. And he looks up to her. She says, "Hello, Fel.
Hey.
You've had a bit of a hard day, haven't you?"
Yeah, you could fucking say that.
"Barkeep, can I have one of these two, and let me get the next one?"
I'll tell you what, Barkeep, just pass the whole damn bottle down here.
A droid, not an android, like a robot bartender, just comes down in front of Fel and puts a bottle down. How does Fel feel about that?
Some type of way. He looks at it, he's glad to have the drink, but looks at it, it's like these goddamn machines. I mean...
Fel, I heard the news about you losing your job.
Yeah, they fucking laid me off, replaced me with one of these fuckers.
That is unfortunate. I mean, you were always my favorite engineer at that docking bay. I mean, who is going to do work on the Epic Tracer when we come here?
I mean, shit, I don't know. Probably like XNJ Model 4000, some bullshit. Like, look, they promised me long-term employment. They said I'd get to travel. I mean...
Who's they?
Eclipse Innovations, the company that just fucking laid me off.
I should have known that they were the ones maintaining the starports. Well, Fel, and the drinks, she pours you a drink, and she actually, puts her hand on your face and, has you, look at her face. Yeah. Says, "Fel, it's going to be alright. You see, I want a full-time engineer on my ship. I sit here, find myself asking, why am I always paying a middleman? I always request you, don't I?"
I mean, yeah.
And you're certainly capable of keeping up with the Epic Tracer, aren't you?
Hell of a lot more capable than one of these pieces of shit. And he throws his empty glass at the bartender bot.
All right, Fel. Calm down. I want you to come and work and be my primary engineer, the chief mechanic.
Wait,
on my ship.
Are you serious? Like, really?
Here's the thing: it is a dangerous ship to be on. Well, you've seen the repairs that you've had to do.
I mean, yeah, I've patched that thing up more times than I can remember.
You would be joining a cause.
I mean, cause or no cause, I mean, it's a job, right?
It is, but Fel, I must... And she's really looking at you, and she knows you're kind of drunk. She's like, I need you to understand the dangers of this ship, of being a part of my crew. We go to the very edges of known space to save androids from slavery, to stop injustice where we can. In fact, I am a steward.
No shit.
Yes.
Huh. I mean, I guess never really thought to ask questions. I fixed the ship, that's about it, but... Huh. I mean, fuck it, why not? You know, I got nothing going for me. I got nothing.
And she looks at you and says, Fel, on the contrary, you now have the universe in front of you. Whoosh! We come back, as these are the thoughts that are on Fel's mind as you guys kind of file in to Abretta's workshop.
Fucking machines, huh? All right.
I heard what you said.
Sedona herself is an android.
Yeah, no, that was my immediate thought. I was like, that's an interesting thing, you know.
Right.
So this was a
droid doesn't have a soul.
Yeah, it's a distinction between a living being and
this was a robot,
purpose-built robot.
Sure. Whatever you got to say, man.
It's a McDonald's kiosk, dude. This is not like.
I mean, hey, look. If anything, Fel with augmentations and stuff, he's replacing parts of himself to try and better himself through that. So he kind of looks up to you a little bit there, Zeno.
Yeah.
So
you may not like it, but this is the peak physical
If I could
form.
blush.
Yeah. So you guys get back and you guys kind of sit around, and you're going to have a conversation. Fel, you're reminded of what Sedona did for you, right? That she came to you when you were lost and gave you a purpose. And I imagine, the 5 years that you spent on her crew were some great years.
Yeah.
If you guys are all sitting around, why don't you kick it off?
So guys,
I hand Fel the conch.
Here's the hacky sack of inspiration.
Fel holds it up and here's the seed. No, so Fel he's been quiet for a while and just kind of looks up and says, guys, we gotta go get her. I mean, she's the only reason I'm still here. I don't know what would have fucking happened to me had she not come and found me. That if she hadn't come and found me, I don't know where I'd be. We have to go get her.
Yeah, Mike kind of steps to your side, puts a hand on your shoulder, not in like a rough way, in a consoling way. But says, mate, I 100% agree with you. We gotta get Sedona. And I know we've got different life experiences, but I feel the same way. Like she's helped me out in some tough times, and I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do everything we could to get her out of the hands of those Aslanti bastards.
Yeah, and I mean, not even for myself. I mean, look at this colony. Look what she's doing here. Look what she helped start. This is incredible. I mean, we have to. We can't not.
I agree. Sedona saved my life as well. I owe it to her.
Without Sedona, I would still be a slave right now, more likely disassembled for parts or scraps at this point. Without Sedona, I would not have met Mike, to whom I owe my life, and I wouldn't be getting a second chance at continuing my research out in the field.
Well then, it's settled. We know we have a course of action that we have to go. So, we are all in agreement, yes? We go after Sedona, no matter the cost.
Yeah.
We're really gonna sit out and do this stupid party instead of going to get Sedona, though?
We gotta recover for a day or two, you old curmudgeonly bastard.
No. This is all about boosting morale. Not only for us, but for the colony.
So we're a fellowship then.
Orange just grumbles. He just
And my fist.
And my axe.
And my wrench.
And my gun.
And my sword that I cannot lift currently. No.
We'll get you there.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and we don't actually have to do it all, but do you guys at this point maybe share some of your experiences that you've had with Sedona?
I think that would kind of like definitely come out of that conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly, like being that like Mike and Zeno have a bond and have had some interactions, even after we each met Sedona. So he'd definitely kind of turn to Zeno and be like, "Oh yeah, you remember that job? Abalon, back and forth, kind of, the first."
Oh yes, yeah. There was the one time. Yes, I remember.
Hold on. Wait. No. I remember she brought his ship back. And what the fuck happened to it? Like, that was you guys?
Well, that's why I wanted to get that torpedo gun, right? I've seen what they can do firsthand.
Yeah, so that kind of continues through the rest of the night, and you guys actually have a night of, like, laughter and reminiscence about Sedona, but still resolve that Sedona, you're going to go find her. It's the next morning, and I think, Zeno, there was something you needed to do. You got your computer a while ago.
Yes.
We haven't really found out. Talk to me about your computer.
Okay. So my computer is it's an
Acer?
miniaturized. No, not an Acer. Hell no. Razor, get that weak shit out of here.
Well, it's my brain.
It's a Lenovo ThinkPad. Okay.
It's a Think Center. Yeah. A little thin client. No, it's actually a tier 1 computer. But it's miniaturized to fit into my, little tracker or trainer looking device that's on my wrist. But it's miniaturized twice, so it's negligible bulk, but it also has a range of 50 feet, as well as 100 feet. But
no, John.
What
Tell me what you want to do with your computer.
Oh, yes. So that's
describe
what you
it in
want
depth,
to know.
Please,
Okay.
please give me all the
please
stats.
give me the technical specifications. Like, I would be more than happy to, Zeno.
To be fair, that is exactly what Zeno would say.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Ramble off the specs.
As he's rambling all that stuff off, he's like, "Hey, buddy, you want me to overclock it for you?"
Just as long as you don't overheat it. No.
To be fair, you're saying it's like a trainer, like a quarterback's armband trainer.
Yeah. Well, but it's got a holographic display.
That's even more dope.
I'm really glad that you actually went into a little bit of specificity there, because I was like, a trainer, like shoes, like trainers.
No, like quarterbacks wear the little like mini playbook on their arm.
It's a little cheat sheet,
that's what that was called.
Yeah.
So there you go. I don't do sports ball, but please.
There's a lot of flavors of nerd, and I have to represent the sports side of it.
Yes.
So, what I want to do is I'd like to approach Abretta and
in the morning, right?
And anyway, I'd like to approach Abretta and request a modification be performed.
Okay.
Since it is considered negligible bulk, I was hoping to put it in a place that would be more permanent rather than putting it on my suit.
Okay, and Abretta's like, "Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can help you do that, but you got where you want this thing?"
Well, in case we're ever captured, they would have a harder time. If I were to ever to doff my armor, I would be sorely lost without my computer. I'd like it to be in my eye.
You want me to take out your eye and put this computer in it?
It's already a mechanical eye with electrical components. I think you could do the job.
I can do it. I just want to make sure that that's what you said you was wanting to do.
Are you certified?
No.
Nope.
No.
It's like some back alley dentistry shit.
Well, I suppose I have to take my chances. So just as long as you don't mess with anything in the frontal lobe, I should be fine.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course I'm certified. They don't bring just an idiot out here.
You see almost a wave of visible relief on Zeno.
And next week, he dies of fucking infections from his eyeball.
Graph versus host.
So Zeno is going to spend the day before the party under surgery, augmentation surgery, and the computer is now going to be part of his eye.
Just to put it out there,
Eyeball.
Ziva is watching this procedure very closely and very curiously. So
Fel's definitely taking notes.
I'm fucking not. Like, I don't want to. I don't want to see my friend in surgery. You know. Like,
so what are you doing? What's Mike
I
doing during
need
the day?
you. I need you to hold my hand.
Look. Whenever you get done with the surgery, come and show me how badass your new eyeball looks.
Die.
Well, that's an all the time thing, right? I think Mike wants to like seek out Weldy and the boys and like see if there's anything he can help with as far as preparation for the parties.
I mean, they're like kind of being secretive about it because they like want to surprise everybody with it. So they're like, oh no, Mike. I mean, I really appreciate the help, but we got it, man. Just make sure you're there at like 7, okay? And it's gonna be awesome. Spoiler: we have like non-egg snacks here, man. It's gonna be great.
And like Mike, like, you know, still proud chested, but he's like, all right. Is it
Corsica?
Is it like a bar?
Corsica kind of comes up behind him, behind the doorway, and she says, "Perhaps you can help us continue to clear out the garrison, Mike."
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Oren would like to spend the day like at sort of on the edge of the village at a makeshift range that he has been, and he's going to sit there and just shoot,
just practice.
Yeah.
All right, so you can take 200 XP for that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, boy.
I will take that 200 XP.
Get you some of that.
I just go back and start throwing rocks at Ziva. Training.
No, Ziva gets 200 XP for training.
Ziva's in the operation.
That's of no consequence.
Okay. Anyway, so you're helping out there. Ziva and Zeno are in the operation. Well, in the
small talking with Ziva while the operation is going, like no anesthetic, you know.
Here, Fel, what are you doing?
Fel was watching and taking notes because of the augmentation process.
Okay, cool.
Wants to see how she handles it.
Also, during that process, I'm assuming that Ziva has access to all of the information that we downloaded off of the garrison.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
Fel has that in his brain stock.
She would have asked for that.
In your brain stock.
Yeah, brain stock. That's where he keeps all the good stuff.
Yeah.
She wants to look through that and kind of try and get us familiar with all of the information that they have collected about them and any information that she can about the Empire as a whole.
Yeah,
cool.
What's this folder labeled empty?
No, Belle finds a data pad laying around the place and dumps all the information to it and hands it to her.
All right, and you take 200 XP there, Ziva. Okay. Everybody wraps up with their daily activities. Fel, about 6 o'clock or about 5:30, your communicator lights up, and it's Zickle.
Brain stock.
Zickle. Hey, Mr. Fel.
Yeah, hey, Zickle.
Hey, it's time. Can you come up? Can you come over?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Just call me Fel.
Okay, Mr. Fel. I mean, Fel. And so they actually are doing it in the, where they keep the trikes. You know, like Ludvar has let them use that big space to set up.
The stables.
Yeah, the stables.
Yeah.
And so you head over there.
Before I head over, I make sure that I'm wearing a jacket and the pants with the zip off at the knee.
Okay. All right. Nice. All right. So you go over there and they have it all set up, man. Trevor has like a little data pad and some speakers, and he's actually going to DJ because, you know, he's like, no, Weldy, you can't play, you know, your bootlegs for the party. It's not going to work. And so Trevor, and he's got some like kind of industrial EDM taste. Cause you can kind of hear him sampling some of his tracks, kind of getting everything ready to go.
And Fel's definitely feeling it.
Yeah. Several tables set up with snacks. And then, like, there's this area kind of behind Trevor in his DJ booth that there's a curtain around it. And when you walk in, Weldy says, hey, man, come over here, man. And he takes you behind the curtain.
All right.
That's where we're going to leave you. All right. So the rest of you guys, who all is going to the party?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to the party.
Yeah, I assumed everybody.
All right. So I imagine Ziva probably helps get y'all looking the sharpest that you can look. Yeah.
Yes. She's unloaded all of her, like, chests of gear and stuff. And she's really trying to kind of deck y'all out a little bit. Like, not crazy, but definitely giving you a little some pizzazz. Specifically Oren. She's really concerned about his situation.
Oren is not happy. Like, he has like a grimace on his face, but is not stopping Ziva from actually doing anything.
She's just like really concerned about like brushing your hair and getting the debris out of there, and maybe like doing a neat braid. Like, that would be important to her.
Mike absolutely refuses all of your suggestions and wears he takes his armor for the first time in the whole goddamn campaign. And he wears like the like Dwayne the Rock Johnson like super thin strap like tank top and some like gym shorts and flip flops. You know,
Ziva is
with socks,
party lizard,
right? With socks.
No, my toe horns would rip the socks. You know.
Yeah, they do, but you still have socks on.
It's canon. It's canon.
If I'm wearing socks, they have like little boxing gloves on them.
Yeah.
Ziva's like visibly sweating, just looking at Mike, like she's really disturbed. She says, "Is this part of this training? Is this to let me not to?"
I'll wait till you get your outfit, right?
All right. So you guys get dressed however you would like, and then head over to the stables for the party. And when you get there, there's all that, like, it's opened up, right? And he's got all these neon lights, different colors, very much like what I showed you from I'll put a picture on our website or something, or maybe on Twitter for this. But like these neon lights and all sorts of different like curls and lines and everything wrapped around various pieces of shrapnel from the ship. Like he's like turned those into kind of these lit pieces of sculpture. And I mean, it looks awesome. It gives this really kind of interesting, colorful vibe. And then as like you guys kind of get all come in, you don't see Weldy anywhere, and you don't see Trevor, and you don't see Zickle. And everybody's just kind of meandering in. The people that are there that you know, Abretta and Jellic go. Ludvar is there. Corsica is there. You see several other colonists. Madeline is not there, but this is just not his thing. You know, he's
old,
praying to Abadar or something back in church. Yeah. And so everybody's kind of just, you know, mingling a little bit, feeling kind of awkward. There's no music, like nothing. It's like, it seems kind of like lame at first, or just awkward.
Like a
and then about
or something.
Yeah. And then about 7:15, all the lights go like dim to just like a low purple. And Trevor steps out from behind the curtain up to his little stand and drops a beat. Immediately, this just like, you know, banging, just.
Oh, shit.
And the lights start pulsing like in rhythm. Like, so all these lights that are kind of all around are synced to the music. And one of the lights spotlights on Trevor, and he says, he doesn't say anything. Another spotlight opens, hits on the little curtain, and Weldy comes out. And Trevor kind of brings the beat down and kind of fades it. And it's got that kind of quiet sound, you know, kind of the muted sound that happens. And Weldy comes out and he says, "Hey, everybody, welcome to our party. Man, like, I just want to say real quick, like, fuck the Aslanti." Like, he kind of looks at his mom as he says it, but he's like, I mean, fuck him, right? And she's like, yeah, fuck the Aslanti, you know. And he says, look, this is a celebration of our, like, freedom, man. Like, I know that we're still sad for Sedona, so celebrate for her, because that's what she'd want us to do right now. Like, we got to celebrate the good things, and let's just have a good time, okay? And like, so then he kind of goes back behind the curtain, and Trevor is a pretty good DJ, and he reads the room, and like everybody starts feeling it. A couple people go out to the dance floor, starting with Corsica and Ludvar actually start dancing together, kind of cutting a rug a little bit. And then Jellic and Abretta come out, and Jellic is an incredible dancer, y'all.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Even with his grievous injuries.
He's feeling better. You know, you guys like healed him. You know, with magical healing.
I mean, come on,
you know?
come on. I got the fingers.
That's true. That's
got the magic fingers.
Dude, he is so dope. Like, he's just like killing it with some disco moves, but like good disco. You know, John Travolta disco. Like, you can't help but be impressed with his dexterity, man. He kills it. And so everybody's having a good time. I don't know if you guys want to talk to anybody. We've kind of done a lot of that already.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one thing I want to do as well.
I want to approach the captain and bring her a refresher of whatever drink she was having. He's like, I don't mean to be like unprofessional, but would you mind cutting a rug with me?
Of course, Mike. Let's see if you can keep up. And she winks. And as she walks out onto the dance floor, like, she has just kind of a simple looking dress on. Like, it's shortish, but there's a lot of like seams on it. And as she kind of goes through like a black light or something, all of the seams become like neon green. So like as she's moving on like through the different colors of lights, the colors of their dress kind of change. It's very neon tubing kind of look. It's really neat.
Nice.
Yeah. So we go and dance, and like I'll say, Mike's not a terrible dancer. Like he's been to his fair share of dance-based functions. So, but he's like the big like meathead. Like he's not dexterous, you know. But he's thugging, you know, like bebopping around.
So why don't you guys roll some dice?
Oh God.
Let's roll some dex checks to see how.
I specifically said not
roll for dancing. Roll for dancing.
What do you want to roll with strength?
Is there not like a performance?
No, I was just looking.
No, there's not. Yeah.
No.
Can I roll with profession athlete?
Sure.
Can I roll with acrobatics?
Sure.
That means she's like fucking breakdancing and shit.
Holy shit.
Natural 20 on the die.
Kills it.
With
Like,
a 27.
And I got a 19.
Yeah.
There we go, man.
Whatever it is, it's like you're fucking breakdance, cartwheeling and shit, and he's just like thugging, like shoulder moving, and it
y'all
works.
get out there.
He's got the baddest lean back going on.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, and she like looks at you, and is kind of like knowingly like, just okay, I trust you, and she like jumps back and like does a whole like jump move into you. You just catch her, you know,
like
and like
swing dancing.
doing some swing,
Yeah.
some crazy swing
And
dancing.
cyberpunk swing dance. Love it.
am surprised for half a second, and then just like get it. Like I'm slinging this bitch around, like all over the place.
All right.
And at some point during the party, Orin is going to find Weldy if he's off by himself, just sort of like dancing.
Yeah, he's kind of mingling.
And Orin's just going to come up behind him, and he's going to put his arm around him and like kind of squeeze his shoulder. And when he does that, Orin's going to cast Mind Link.
Oh shit!
Which is a mystic ability, right?
Okay.
It basically allows me to communicate telepathically, right, with any person in touch range. And Orin's going to say, This party's all right, kid. You did good. And then before Weldy can even react, Orin's gonna be like, nope. Don't say anything.
Don't ruin it.
Nope. And Orin's gonna just look at him right in the eye and give him like the sternest eyebrow furrow that he can, and say, "You say anything, and I'll fucking kill you." And then he lets go of his hand, and then just like slaps him just a little too hard in the back, and like, "All right, good talk," and he just walks off.
Oh my god!
Weldy just kind of looks after you like, whoa.
Zeno is going to make his way through the crowd, kind of staying near the wall because he's a wallflower. I mean, you know, but he's going to approach Zickle. Mm-hmm. And he's going to try to small talk the best way an android can. Mm-hmm. And he's just going to say, "So, you are the famous sentient pickle, correct?"
Oh my god.
You look like a Sheeran, but why are you called a pickle?
What? I'm not a... Well... They just call me. They just call me that.
Do you soak in brine to sleep?
No.
No.
I think that would be really bad for my carapace. I think it would shrivel me into nothing.
Oh, you must like titanium. Sorry. And he just kind of like dips on out of there. Just turns like 180 and just walks away.
Yeah,
like not embarrassed, just like, okay, I've solved that riddle, you know.
Zickle just looks confused. You guys are like leaving confused teenagers in your wake.
That's what we do best.
I mean, but the whole while, like at this point, I feel like Ziva's like somehow like on Mike's shoulders doing a big like Travolta spin, you know.
Yeah, y'all are killing it.
It's good times.
And then like so the song kind of ends, and it goes down to this like kind of dramatic, like building up music, right? And
oh boy,
it's like dun, 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 and all the lights go out, dun, 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 you know, kind of like jock jams almost, you know, you get ready to rumble kind of thing. And
if it actually says that, then like Mike is gonna be so pumped.
So Weldy comes out, and you see Trevor and Zickle kind of each holding ropes on either end of the curtain, and Weldy says, hey, all right, so can I get your attention, guys? Like we got this thing that we wanted to do. So he's like, all right, guys, pull the curtain. He pulls the curtain, and then Trevor like hits a little cue on his link to his computer, and some more music, and you see Fell standing on a block.
No, you see nothing.
Oh, right. Okay, so you see a block sitting there, and you see two hobgars floating to the left and right. Fell, you're holding them.
Yeah.
And
so
tell me, Fell, I need you to
is...
describe the performance that you're going to do for these people that is going to be in sync with the music and the lights and your color changes with hobgars. You have to incorporate two tamed hobgars.
All right, so he's standing there with his arms spread, holding the hobgars, so they like by the scruffs of their neck, to where they look like they're, you know, just kind of floating there, and you know, skin's patterned, camouflaged against the background, to where people were looking like the floating hobgars, and then Fell just kind of starts like floating them around in kind of like circular motion, and then starts changing the color of his own skin to go like bright white and like blues and stuff, and these really trippy like psychedelic patterns. If think like old like late 90s, early 2000s like Winamp music visualizations.
Yeah,
like
right.
just
oh my
just
god,
straight up like trippy waves and shit. As these hobgars are floating around, and he just starts kind of like with this somewhat slow jam, starts kind of like swaying a little bit, moving the hobgars around, and then sets them down on the ground, holds his hands out above him, and like starts moving his fingers to where they electrocute his hands. You've got like an electric light show going up to his hands. That
like
energy courses through him, or like he shows that it does. I mean, it doesn't really hurt him, but like shows that it does through like electric patterns on his skin, and then just kind of like loses himself to the music.
Yeah, I mean, so how do you guys respond as you see Fel doing all this?
Orange is just shaking his
her
head.
shit.
Orange just shaking his head like, oh my God.
I think Ziva and Mike both lose their shit, but like it only encourages us to be even more dramatic with our dancing. You know?
Yeah, and then
Ziva
Fel kind of
pops
like
off of, like-
saunters his way.
Ziva like pops off of Mike's shoulder and like runs over to where Fel is and like starts throwing cred sticks at him. That's not canon, JK. I'm not going to throw my
He
cred
collects
sticks.
them. Oh no. Oh no, you did, honey.
You get
Fel
3
sticks him in
credits.
his G-string.
Yes, yes.
And then Fel kind of like saunters his way over to the dance floor, like hooks his elbow into Ziva's and like kind of saunters his way to the dance floor with her.
Nice. And so,
Real quick, sorry. As they're kind of moving through, Ziva's going to lean up or beckon him down because he's a tall motherfucker. He's like, if you ever need any side work, you got to come to the pools. You do that and it'll be fabulous. You make so much money. It's just like trying to like get some extra, you know.
She's trying to pimp him out right now.
mean,
and so so you learned, Fel, in the hour that you were there kind of preparing this, that Weldy has learned to train Hobgars, and he has 2 of them, Juniper and Lilac. And they're actually quite sweet. And like, if you pet them, they discharge their electricity in non-harmful ways, and it's like a very like kind of soothing little like surge of tingling rather than
Electrotherapy.
So
Yeah,
having
right.
been robbed of my dance partner, I think I'd get interested in the Hobgars, man. Like I want to go and ask Weldy, like, can I pet one of the Hobgars?
yeah, man. Just like be real gentle, all right?
All right, yeah. And I do that. I like go and like try to pet one, and if it is friendly to that, then I want to like get excited, and he like starts petting both of them. It's like a room full of puppies, you know.
Yeah, so they start kind of like almost doing a purr or just like a little kind of sound. And you feel some electricity, but as you start getting overexcited, the electricity starts to be a little like, like it's a little much as they're getting excited. And Weldy's like, no, what? Be careful, man. Like, I'm brand new at this today. Like, we don't want to send off any electricity rays into the party. Like,
Oh, all right. And he like just boops one of them on the nose and says, "It was nice to meet you two."
and they kind of nuzzle up against you. Corsica comes up to you, Ziva, at one point in the night, and she's had a couple drinks by this point, and she pulls you over and she says, "Ziva, I can't thank you enough for what you did for me, and I think you understand. But what I can do, I want you to have my armor."
whoa.
And she is offering you freebooter armor,
I don't
which
even.
should be a little bit of an upgrade for
That's
you.
fucking dope.
And she's like, I want you to take it with you when you go to get Sedona. You need it.
So Ziva's been like all smiles and been like really into the party aspect of it, kind of just sort of forgetting all of the shit that's been going down. And she just kind of like, you almost see her crack just a little bit, like, because this is like, she knows this is a huge thing for Corsica and what all happened to her. And she just kind of nods and she says, "It would be an honor to take such an amazing gift. We will do you proud. We will bring her home." Yes. And she just kind of nods and starts kind of like smiles weakly.
Like, a tear doesn't fall from Corsica's eyes, but there's like just, kind of some angry tears still like just hovering there. And then she just pulls you in for like a brusque hug. And then she says, "All right, enough of of this dreariness. Let's go get some drinks.
All right.
And Mike throws a rock at Ziva.
God damn it, Mike! Stop! We're at a party!
Stop throwing rocks!
Training never stops.
Dress.
Training never stops.
Weldy says, Mike, hey, can you come with me for a second?
Of course.
And he takes you
coming.
So mean.
I know he's DJing. I'm just being a dick.
So he takes you back kind of in the staging area where they had staged the show. And he says, so I guess you're gonna need this back. And he gives you, he's holding a wrapped long item and he unwraps it and it's the sword that you gave him.
And I turn to him and, despite his natural inclination being not liking Weldy, he takes it in his hands and he looks at him and he says, look, I'm gonna let you keep this, alright?
What?
But if you keep it, I want you to promise me that you're gonna do everything you can to get good at using it, Because we're gonna leave before too long, and this settlement needs as many people capable of martial combat as it can get. So, do you think that's something that you are capable of doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yes, Mike. I will. I'm gonna learn.
I feel like your mother could probably, if she can't help you train some, she could find someone who could. Yes.
Yeah, man. You're right. I need to have some more focus, and I'm gonna be a protector. I'm gonna learn to use it, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for and on all your friends for everything, man. For real. You're welcome here anytime.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's all right. And he claps him on the shoulder and shakes him a little bit, and he's like, "Look, I know I came off as a bit gruff, and that's just who I am. But I feel like I'm a good guy. I don't want you to think I'm not." So, and he pulls out a Sharpie and with his mouth takes the cap off, and he pulls the sheet back, and he signs the fucking blade of the sword. So, just so you have something to remember me by, in case.
Yeah, he loves it, man, and he gives you extends his hand to give you a handshake.
I give him the Spartan handshake, yeah. Like a man.
So the party continues on, and you guys are all having a good time. And then Madeline walks in.
Record scratch.
Everybody cheers. Oh yeah, Madeline.
And he kind of is, hey, yeah, all right.
Ziva throws a rock at him.
Hey,
what was
he's
that?
not training, and I throw.
She's a little drunk.
I throw a rock at you.
Or Madeline walks up to you, Ziva, and says, "We've received a transmission from the stewards, and it was addressed specifically to you. And it is marked with an emergency beacon."
All right, let's have it. And she kind of assumes this is a kind of a private message that we don't want to announce in front of the whole party.
Yeah.
Okay, so she kind of looks over her shoulder and kind of gives Mike and them the "hold on, I'll be right back" and sort of.
It's addressed to the whole party.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were just Ziva.
Yeah.
So you just give us the tactical eyes then.
Yeah, tactical eyes. Come on, let's go, and we walk outside.
All right.
And as you walk outside, everybody at the party says, "We'll see ya."
I see what you did there. That was all right.
Oh,
We received the "we'll see you."
I wasn't prepared. Oh
Well.